Welcome back to the Rustic Planters, where we turn everyday outdoor spaces into breathtaking garden retreats. Today's video is all about cottage garden ideas for small backyards. Create a romantic and refined outdoor escape. If you've ever dreamed of soft blooms, winding paths, and that storybook charm, even in a tiny space, you're in the right place. Small backyards can feel limiting, but with the right cottage garden approach, they become intimate, layered, and full of personality. We'll explore clever layouts, plant choices, vertical tricks, and charming accents that make even the smallest yard feel lush and enchanting. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the Rustic Planters. Give this video a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us your biggest backyard challenge. We love helping you bring your garden visions to life. The cottage garden style traces its roots back to the charming countryside homes of England, where flowers, herbs, and vegetables were grown together in cheerful abundance. It's relaxed, romantic, and delightfully informal. Even in small backyards, this layered look can thrive. Unlike modern minimalist gardens, cottage gardens celebrate fullness. Think overflowing flower beds, climbing vines, and a soft blend of colors and textures. The goal isn't perfection, it's personality and warmth. To adapt this style to a small yard, focus on vertical space and dense planting. Allow plants to gently spill over edges and weave into one another, creating a lush tapestry that feels immersive rather than cramped. Straight lines can make small yards feel boxed in, but gentle curves add intrigue and softness. A winding path draws the eye and makes the space feel larger than it actually is. Use gravel, stepping stones, or reclaimed brick to design a narrow pathway that meanders through your garden beds. Even a subtle curve can transform the visual flow of your backyard. Border the path with low-growing blooms or herbs so that plants spill slightly onto the walkway. This creates that classic, romantic cottage effect where nature feels abundant and welcoming. Layering is the secret weapon of small cottage gardens. Start with taller plants at the back, medium-height blooms in the middle, and shorter edging plants in front. Choose flowering favorites like delphinium for height, roses for mid-layer romance, and sweet alyssum for low, fragrant coverage. The layered effect adds depth and richness. When plants overlap slightly, the garden feels full and established. This approach eliminates empty patches and ensures every inch of your small backyard contributes to the overall charm. Every garden, no matter its size, benefits from a focal point. In a small cottage backyard, this could be a vintage bench, bird bath, or decorative trellis. A simple wrought iron chair tucked among blooms instantly creates a romantic scene. It gives the eye a place to rest and adds structure to the softness of the plants. Position your focal point at the end of a path or centered within a flower bed to maximize its visual impact without overwhelming the space. Vertical gardening is essential for small spaces. Climbing plants add height without sacrificing precious ground area. train climbing roses or sweet peas up trellises, fences, or arches. These vertical blooms draw the eye upward, making your backyard feel taller and more expansive. An arch covered in blossoms can serve as both a dramatic entrance and a romantic statement piece in your cozy cottage retreat. Traditional cottage gardens often blend beauty and practicality. Herbs, vegetables, and flowers grow side by side in charming harmony. Tuck basil between roses or let lettuce edge a flower bed. The mix creates texture and color variation while maximizing productivity in a compact space. This approach not only looks beautiful, but also makes your small backyard feel alive and purposeful. A cohesive color scheme keeps a small garden from feeling chaotic. Cottage gardens shine with soft pastels, creamy whites, and gentle purples. Think blush pink roses, lavender, and pale blue delphiniums blending together. These calming hues enhance the romantic feel. Limiting your color palette allows the garden to feel abundant yet harmonious, even when densely planted. Cottage charm often comes from aged and weathered decor. Vintage watering cans, distressed wooden crates, or antique lanterns add personality. These elements create a sense of history and warmth, making your small backyard feel like it's been lovingly tended for generations. Be selective. Too many decorative pieces can overwhelm a small space. Choose a few meaningful accents to keep it refined. Nothing says cottage garden quite like a white picket fence. Even a short decorative section can frame your garden beautifully. The crisp white backdrop makes colorful blooms pop and adds structure to a free-flowing design. In a small yard, partial fencing or low borders provide the aesthetic without closing in the space. Small backyards are perfect for intimate seating areas. Tuck a small bistro set among the flowers for morning coffee or evening tea. Surround seating with fragrant plants so the experience feels immersive and calming. Lavender and climbing roses are wonderful choices. By nestling furniture within greenery, your garden becomes a true outdoor escape rather than just a decorative space. Containers allow you to experiment with plant placement and add height variation. Terracotta pots, wooden barrels, and ceramic planters enhance the cottage look. Group pots in clusters of 3 at varying heights to create dynamic visual interest in tight corners. Containers also let you rotate seasonal blooms easily, keeping your small garden fresh throughout the year. Scent is powerful in small spaces. Fragrant blooms elevate the sensory experience and make your backyard unforgettable. Consider planting lavandula near seating areas so its soothing aroma drifts through the air. Aromatic plants make your garden feel luxurious and romantic, even if the footprint is modest. An arbor adds architectural height and charm without consuming much ground space. It frames entrances and pathways beautifully. Let climbing roses or clematis cascade over the top for that storybook cottage effect. Even in a compact backyard, a slim arch can dramatically enhance vertical interest and elegance. Cottage gardens are alive with pollinators. Plant nectar-rich flowers to attract bees and butterflies. Add a small bird bath or feeder to invite birds into your garden sanctuary. Their presence adds movement and joyful energy. A lively garden feels abundant and thriving, reinforcing the natural charm of your small space. Soft edges are key in cottage design. Allow plants to spill over pathways, fences, and container rims. Trailing varieties like creeping thyme or ivy create a relaxed and romantic aesthetic. These cascading touches blur boundaries and make a small yard feel lush and enveloping. Natural materials enhance authenticity. Use weathered wood, stone, and wrought iron whenever possible. A reclaimed wood planter or stone edging adds texture and timeless character. These materials ground your design and reinforce that classic countryside appeal. Outdoor mirrors can visually double the size of a small backyard. Place them strategically on fences or walls. When framed with climbing plants, mirrors reflect greenery and blooms, creating depth and intrigue. Be mindful of sunlight placement to avoid harsh glare, ensuring your mirror enhances rather than distracts. Lighting transforms your cottage garden at dusk. String lights or lanterns add a warm, magical glow. Wrap fairy lights around trellises or drape them above seating areas for a dreamy evening ambience. Soft lighting extends the usability of your small backyard and heightens its romantic appeal. Cottage gardens are meant to feel organic, not overly manicured. Allow a bit of natural growth and self-seeding. Deadhead and prune as needed, but don't aim for rigid symmetry. The charm lies in gentle unpredictability. This relaxed approach makes your small backyard feel authentic and welcoming rather than staged. Refresh your garden each season with new blooms and decorative accents. Swap spring bulbs for summer annuals and autumn grasses. Introduce pumpkins in fall or evergreen garlands in winter to maintain charm year-round. Seasonal updates keep your small cottage garden dynamic and engaging, ensuring it always feels fresh and inspiring. Creating a cottage garden in a small backyard is all about layering, vertical design, soft color palettes, and romantic details. With thoughtful planning, even the tiniest space can become a refined outdoor escape. We hope these ideas inspire you to transform your backyard into a blooming sanctuary filled with charm and personality. Remember, it's not about size, it's about creativity and heart. Thank you so much for watching the Rustic Planters. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment below telling us which idea you're excited to try. We can't wait to see you in the next garden adventure.